Well, this being the first Thursday of the month, we have Mary Berry, and believe me, it wasn't planned this way, but as if to mark the accession of Queen Beatrix to the throne in Holland, Mary is going to show us how to make some very tasty Dutch pastries. So lick your lips, get your pencils ready, and join Mary Berry.
Hello. I'm always fascinated by foods of other countries, and one country that particularly appeals to me is Holland, because I worked there for some time and I've got relations there, so I know a little bit about it. One of the things I like best of Holland are their biscuits, and my favourite certainly is Buttermoppen, and that's what I'm going to make for you today. Buttermoppen are biscuits that are rolled in granulated sugar, and they're beautifully short. And from the same mixture you can make Janhagel, which are flavoured with cinnamon and have flaked almonds on top. And then boterletter is made of puff pastry filled with almond paste, and it's shaped in the letter M, which is M for moeder, which literally translated means mother. Now, how are the meals different in Holland from here in England? Well, they don't start the day with bacon and eggs for a start. They have thinly sliced cheese on bread, and you eat it with a knife and fork, and they slice the cheese with one of these slicers. It's a wire that goes across the cheese and cuts it very thinly. And then they would perhaps have, the children would have milk, and they'd drink coffee with that meal. Then the next meal is lunch. If the children are going to school or the men to work, they take a lunch box, but if they're all at home, they have a meal called koffietafel, literally coffee table, and it is a spread starting with cheese, thinly sliced cheese, the edam and gouda and kernham perhaps, and then that is put on top of the breads, and the breads are a pumpernickel rye bread, that's a dark bread, white and brown, and then also served are meats. This is pork sausage ring, which is delicious, and it's cut rather thicker, and then the wafer-thin slices of meat, something like salami and ham and liver sausage. These Dutch meats are very, very good. And then that would be followed by perhaps a boiled egg, and then after that fruit, lots of fresh fruit. And then the next meal of the day is the real family meal. After all, they haven't done any cooking yet, have they? That's a hot meal at 6:30, and that could be meatballs in a sauce, and then that would be followed by something like flour. And flour is a lovely custard which you buy in bottles from the milkman, in fact. And then last of all, you'd have a lovely cup of coffee, but having had the coffee, you really wouldn't have anything else before you go to bed. It's a big meal. So now it's time I did some cooking, and I'll start with those Buttermoppen. And this is how you make them. First of all, put 6 ounces of unsalted butter in the bowl and cream it. I'm popping that underneath a wet cloth so it doesn't slip about. Cream the unsalted butter and then add the grated rind of half a lemon and the caster sugar. 4 ounces of caster sugar. Cream that well together. This is really like making shortbread to start with. Work it well. This is nice and soft. In fact, unsalted butter is softer than the hard salted butter, and it has a lovely flavour. Cream it well. Then work in the flour, and I've got 8 ounces of plain flour. And you don't beat it too vigorously to begin with, because I'll get covered in the flour, so just work it round, and my children always say it's chopping it, but just work it in. Now in Holland they have these lovely biscuits, but they also have some wonderful cream cakes, but they rarely make them at home. You can buy good cream cakes, and they would have them perhaps in the evening if they had guests in after their 6:30 meal. Now work it well, pressing it down on the bowl, and if you move the bowl round a bit, it then helps to get it in. Press down hard, and then the last bit I'm going to use my hands. I'm using one of those flat spatulas because it means you can scrape it on the side of the bowl better. There we are, it's nice and soft. Now I'm going to take to my hand and work it in, pressing it together. No liquid in this recipe. Down and round. It's holding well together now, and it's going to take a few moments to gather together. Press it up against the side. There we are. Now that's very, very soft, so I'm going to scrape it off my hands, lift it out onto the table, rub it off, and then work it together. Now, you want to shape that up and knead it together, and then divide it in half and roll each into a sausage shape. Now, it's a very warm kitchen this afternoon, so I would chill that just before I rolled it into a sausage, which I've done here, and roll them into sausages, and then take a little bit of granulated sugar and roll it in granulated sugar, and then chill the two sausage shapes, and then when you've chilled it, it's easier to cut the biscuits off. So take the biscuits with a sharp knife, cut little rings off. And you can see it's quite firm. And if there are a few cracks in it, it doesn't matter one little bit. They join together on baking, or you can just press them down as you put them on the tray. You see if there's a little crack there, just push it together and it'll be all right. So we're not worried about things like that, are we? Maybe I didn't roll it too well to start with. Press them in. And then you'll need 3 baking sheets to do this. Keep them apart enough to spread just a little. Then you want to bake those at 325, that's gas number 3, for about 25 minutes until they're pale golden, like these here, and they're lovely and short. Then you can make Janhagel from the very same mixture, and I've made it here, and I've pressed it all out, but you'll see it's a slightly browny colour because I put cinnamon in, a teaspoonful, instead of the lemon rind. Press it all out, then get a fork and prick it all over, like that. That just stops it puffing up and rising. And then brush over the top with a little beaten egg. Now, if you haven't got any beaten egg, or you're not having scrambled egg to use up the rest of it, you could just brush it over with a little bit of milk. Because the reason for doing it is to make the almonds stick. Then a tiny bit of granulated sugar, the coarse sugar, over the top. Put that last bit on. Then just a few flaked almonds, very few, over the top, and you bake that at the same temperature for a little longer, so that as it's a slab, it'll take that much longer, about 10 or 15 minutes longer, and then when it comes out, cut it into about 16. And the biscuits, by the way, make 32. Let me now give you the recipe for the Buttermoppen. The recipe for the Buttermoppen is 6 ounces of unsalted butter, and it should be soft, the rind of half a lemon, finely grated, and you cream that with the butter. Then add 4 ounces of caster sugar, again creaming well together. Then work in 8 ounces of plain flour, and you work it in, and it may be a little bit soft, but work it until it holds together. Then roll it into 2 sausage shapes about 6 inches long, and roll those sausage shapes in 1 ounces of granulated sugar. Chill the rolls and cut off slices to form the biscuits, and bake at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, gas number 3, for about 25 minutes until they're very pale brown at the edges. And again, it makes 32 biscuits. Then to the Janhagel, the same basic recipe without the lemon, and instead add a teaspoonful of ground cinnamon to the mixture with the flour. Then you press it out into a tin about 7 by 11 inches, prick it all over, brush it with egg and a little sugar and almonds on top. Then you bake it at 325, gas number 3, that's the same temperature as before, but for a little longer, at 40 minutes cooking. It makes about 16 biscuits, and you cut it into 16 when it comes out of the oven.